After the controversy surrounding The Last of Us 2 and the disappointment that so many fans had in Naughty Dog, after so many of the people that were so important to that studio left, and Neil Druckmann is the one who got all the power. Neil Druckmann was the one who decided anything and everything. And we saw the fallout from the decisions made in The Last of Us Part 2. People were wondering, what are they going to do next? The people at Naughty Dog broke their promises about The Last of Us 2 multiplayer, so that clearly wasn't going to be the next project. Well, at the Game Awards, we got the big surprise, and let's just say it's not going very well for Naughty Dog. This is the image, well, one of the images that everyone has in their minds. We know how Neil Druckmann likes his women to look. Ever since Neil Druckmann talked about how influential Anita Sarkeesian was on him, about sexualizing female characters, there's been a clear agenda at play from everything that he has been involved in. And this is just the latest example. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet announcement trailer, has been ratioed to hell with the new reveal for Naughty Dog. Over 200,000 dislikes on PlayStation's channel. And of course, Naughty Dog, over 154,000 dislikes there. That ratio is even worse to only 64,000 likes. Of course, maybe people are more upset about that one because they can't fucking comment on it, because that's the massive pussies at Naughty Dog. They don't actually want to hear from fans. The only people they want to hear from is people that agree with them. So whether that be shills, whether that be media members, anybody and everyone who will do anything they can to lick the taint of Naughty Dog to keep their access. Naughty Dog shills cope as Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet trailers get mass downvoted. And we have seen this. There are a lot of people who are lockstep. They will be excited about anything Naughty Dog does. There's reactions out there of people at the Game Awards where they saw what happened initially and they're shitting all over it. They say, oh, this looks like trash. This looks terrible. This is awful. Why did you choose this for a character? Then the Naughty Dog symbol flashes up and they went crazy because some of these people are truly in that type of cult in that way, where it doesn't matter what they do. If they think it looks like shit, they'll celebrate it. But you have any sites that are associated with Naughty Dog trashing anybody who has anything bad to say about this trailer. Naughty Dog fan site trashes gamers as narrow-minded idiots. And of course, some of the best comparisons we've seen, or at least the most memeable, Naughty Dog's new game Intergalactic stirs up controversy with Concord comparisons. This is from Eric Kane over at Forbes. And this is probably one of my favorite memes to come out of this. Now, in no way do I think that Intergalactic is going to be as big of a failure as Concord. Concord was a $400 million game that made no fucking money, that was shut down in weeks. It's not going to be that bad. Just like we saw with Last of Us Part 2, they were riding on a lot of reputation. That was a massive disappointment for them sales-wise, but certainly wasn't some complete and total financial disaster for them, albeit being a disappointment. This is not going to be Concord in terms of game sales, but in terms of how people are reacting to this, people are hyper fucking sensitive about any of the DEI shit right now. And they're hypersensitive to studios that have lied to them over and over again, and clearly within the past several years have been more committed to pushing an agenda than they are with making their fans happy. That's why they lied to fans about Last of Us 2. That's why they lied to them about the multiplayer. That's why they tried to trick everybody into playing Last of Us 2 without knowing what would actually happen and the characters you would have to play as, because they knew that they wouldn't have the same sales. It's absolutely disgusting. I fucking hate Naughty Dog. They try to take down my channel for being critical of them over The Last of Us Part 2. And it's gotten to the point where some people are just straight up calling for a boycott. Boycott called for against The Witcher 4 and Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. Now, I think these are two completely different stories, and I also think the idea that it should be a surprise to anybody that Ciri's the protagonist of this next game, they're kind of, I don't know where you were. They spelled that out for you. However, I do think there's still fair criticism to be had about what exactly they're doing with Ciri, how they're doing it, and everything we've seen going on at CD Projekt Red over the last several years. People are certainly well within their rights to have concerns about that and the lore implications behind it. But, this game is years and years away. We don't even have a release date. We don't have anything. And already, Naughty Dog has found themselves in a mountain of shit, a mountain of backlash. And anytime this game is going to be talked about, there's going to be people out there that are shitting all over it. That's the reputation that they developed for themselves right? No longer do you have this big IP, this big franchise, like a sequel to The Last of Us, a super beloved game that everyone's going to go out there and support immediately. You showed people who you are. The studio has showed people exactly who they are, and they're not the same studio that they were before so many people left. Now it's Neil Druckmann in charge. Neil Druckmann influenced by Anita Sarkeesian and doing everything that he thinks she would want to be done in video games. There's a lot of people that have massive problems with that. That's why there's backlash. And as much as the shill sites, as much as the media members out there that want to keep their access will do anything they can to prop Naughty Dog up, there is a lot of very vocal, very upset gamers out there who want nothing to do with a game from Naughty Dog like this.